Good day. My name is Jay Morrow, and I have written a book concerning my time in the hospital. It's my life experience where I spent over 5 months in a hospital recovering from a nasty infection on my hip. This occurred 17 years ago and led to my permanent disability right now. That time long ago, I was finally taking a 3-day vacation. As I was walking to the ship, I began to feel a really strange pain in my hip. I got on board ship, made very sure that I wasn't, identified as being injured or ill, but by the next day I couldn't walk. After a 3-day cruise, I was delirious, and they had put me on morphine, thinking that I might have had sciatica. By the time we got back to our hometown, my wife took me to the hospital, and I was determined to have septicemia. So the infection had spread throughout my body, and it was still, nobody knew where it originated from because there were no cuts, no of the infection. It was just in my hip and spreading rapidly throughout my body and starting to shut down my organs. After finally being admitted to the hospital with the septicemia, they put me on a drug regimen, and I went home. I could walk, had no pain, but as soon as I went off the antibiotics, it came roaring back. This time with a high fever. I had 103.5 fever, and I was beginning to develop delirium. They still hadn't discovered the source of the infection, so I went through a series of operations attempting to find out where it was from. They finally located a small cyst outside my colon that was using the infection. But after 3 separate operations, osteomyelitis, removing of a bone in my hip, removing half of the femur, I went through intensive care. I actually died on one of the operating tables. They had to resuscitate me. I went through rehab, MRSA. So I have a unique perspective on what it's like to be in a hospital. I was there for 5 months during that series of events. It took me another year before they could give me an artificial hip. I went through Western medicine, Eastern medicine, Chinese herb, acupuncture, kinds of different hospitalizations. The book, Hospital Survival, looks at how the need to understand hospital procedures, their conditions, the staff that's there, and the desperate need for a care advocate on your behalf. Hospital Survival looks at how to survive a modern hospital and be ready for any situations that can develop in a hospital. This book describes both my story and everyone's potential needs to survive in a hospital at one time or another. I hope you enjoy the book, and I take any suggestions that I make to your heart. Thank you. Bye.